Hello everyone, my name is Jocelyn Anderson and I am the director for this amazing startup software company. First, I'd like to thank you all for spending time with me today to discuss a new system I like to call Growing Towards Success. As this company is starting up, it's important to everyone that we reach the goals we have, and with that, we have to grow as individuals and as a company. This is why I have called the system Growing Towards Success. In this system, and in this presentation today, we will talk about and utilize human resource analytics to help us reach and grow towards our goals as a company. But first, let's talk about what is human resource analytics. Human resource HR analytics is a process of collecting and analyzing HR data in order to improve an organization's workforce performance. HR analytics provides data-backed insight on what is working well and what is not, so that organizations can make improvements and plan more effectively for the future of their company. The book Investing in People by authors John Boudreaux, Wayne Kask, and Alice Fink have the following to say about HR analytics. When human resource measures are carefully aligned with powerful logical frameworks, human capital measurement systems not only track the effectiveness of human resource policies and practices, but teach the logical connections as organization leaders use the measurement systems to make decisions. Now, let's talk about this new system. This new system, Growing Towards Success, has three main metrics I'd like to share with you and implement into this company. The first is cost absenteeism. Secondly, employee turnover rate. And third, employee separation cost. This new system, where analytics can be used to measure and improve the performance of individuals as the organization as a whole, is supposed to benefit us and help us grow towards success. Now, before we dive into cost absenteeism, let's talk about what is absenteeism. According to the Webster Dictionary, absenteeism is a practice of regularly staying away from work or school without good reason. This could be getting your hair done. That may seem like a good reason to you, but is it really a value of the company? Or it could be catching up with the boys over a football game and a beer, or it could be getting your nails done and drinking some champagne. What is the effective absenteeism? It affects the performance, the management, the compensation/benefits of the company, engagement, morale, and turnover. Now that we know what absenteeism is, let's talk about the metric and the cost of absenteeism. We will apply a metric to keep track of the total absences outside of PTO and etc. How? By the following steps. Step 1. Multiply the annual absentee rate by the number of hours the employer is scheduled to work. Step 2. Multiply the above answer by the number of days per work year, then multiply by the total number of employees. Step 3. Solve the amount of hours of each level of employee. These levels include blue collar, clerical, and management. To this, we will take the percentage that employee level holds within the employee total and multiply by the absentee hour total and multiply again by their hourly rate. Once again, I'd like to share the importance of this, that we will do this for each level and category of employees. The fourth step, we're going to solve the supervision hours lost per day times the supervisor rate. Fifthly, we're going to find the incidental cost by adding the values above. And lastly, we're going to divide this sum by the total number of employees to find the cost of absenteeism. Now, if the cost of absenteeism number is too high or higher than the industry average, I would like to suggest the following to our company. First, track employee absences. Keeping track of employee absences is the first step to reducing cost. According to the Society for Human Resource Management, only 24% of respondents said they think their organization accurately tracks the financial liabilities associated with paid leave. 2. Change employee behavior through wellness programs. There's a strong relationship between wellness programs and productivity. A survey was done by Tower Watson in 2013 of about 900 employees, and that study found that the high effectiveness organizations of wellness initiatives experience lower unplanned absences. Wellness programs can help employees maintain healthier lifestyles so they don't miss work, and that they also want to go to work. Take steps to create a culture that focuses on healthy living and gives employees the tools that they need to keep in optimal health within this company. That is just another step to growing towards success. Also, reduce office stress. Workplaces are known to cause stress, so let's reduce it. The Society for Human Resource Management did a survey and discovered that 61% of the respondents believed unplanned absences from others increased workplace stress. The best way to address this problem is to aim to eliminate stress in the workplace. Create an environment where employees feel comfortable talking to managers about stressful situations and have the managers provide tools for decreasing them. Lastly, offer a generous paid time off policy. Paid time off is a huge benefit for workers. We all look forward to it, whether you're high up in the company or not. Unfortunately, most American workers don't feel like they're getting the time they need off. When providing paid vacation time, determine the most common days that people are likely to request off, such as Mondays and Fridays, and days before national sporting events such as the Super Bowl, or holidays such as Memorial Day or Labor Day, or other holidays such as Hanukkah, Christmas, Valentine's Day, 4th of July, where people are going to be traveling and spending time with their families and loved ones. Having awareness about these popular days will make it easier for you to budget the paid time off and unplanned absences with your employees. Now, moving forward, let's turn our attention to the second implementation in this system that we will be using, or I hope that we will be using. This second implementation is employee turnover rate. Turnover means the rate at which employees leave a workforce and are replaced. Voluntary turnover occurs when an employee leaves a company on their own will, and with that, measuring our turnover rates will give us an idea of the general health of our company in the sense of morale. To always be up to date on our turnover rate, I would like to implement a monthly turnover rate metric. To calculate the monthly turnover rate, we need 3 different numbers. First, the number of active employees at the beginning of the month, value A. Second, the number of active employees at the end of the month, value B. Third, the number of employees who left during that month, value C. With this, we will insert those values into an equation. 100 times, in parentheses, value C divided by value A plus B divided by 2, and that is our turnover rate. When discussing turnover rate, I think it's important to note when employees don't feel fulfilled or in awe by a company's offerings, a high turnover rate is usually the first symptom that we'll see. Maybe they feel that they're not being compensated well in their pay or in their benefits, or maybe they don't feel like the job is challenging enough or for them. With this, they'll have eyes for another organization that will provide what they need. I also think it's important to note that you should be calculating this turnover rate after you're making sure you're content with your employee engagement plan and the numbers it provides. If the turnover rate is too high, then it may be time to reevaluate your employee engagement plan. Are they happy with you? Are they happy with their job? Are they happy with what you're giving them? This is a topic we can address in the future or after a meeting here today. Now that we have talked about employee turnover rate, it's a good time to talk about employee separation and the cost and what metric we'll use to determine this cost. Separation happens when someone who works for you leaves your business. You can't help it, as much as we wish we could. The separation can be voluntary, such as when an employee quits, leaves, or retires, or it can be involuntary, such as when you have to let someone go for poor performance or any other reason you may have as their employer. To calculate the cost, we need to determine 5 figures. First, an exit interview cost. Second, terminated employee exit time pay. Third, administrative cost. 4, factor in the severance pay. And fifthly, an unemployment tax. Once all the figures are determined, they will be added together, resulting in the employee separation cost. To have knowledge of this cost for your company will be a huge benefit when you're analyzing your budget. And if the separation cost is too high, it's time to evaluate what we can do different to lower it. We are now bringing this presentation to an end. I once again want to stress the importance of this system in HR analytics in general, as it will lead this company to make informed decisions that will help us grow and be successful. I will stick around for questions, and once again, thank you so much for your time today.